Saturday, and I just got to Midwest Gaming Classic, and I'm helping out for Gar today. I just have to look for wristbands basically right now. Here at MGC, they have this awesome selection of like custom-made cabs. I really like these glowy marquees. Really interesting. So they have like Bomberman World. It's really neat. I've never played that one. Baseball, skate kits. They just like have them, you know, kind of wrapped around. It's really neat. They have an X-Men over here, and 3 and Mario Brothers. So you get like a lot of okay. So they got a lot of really cool games and these like specially made cabs, and it's really neat that they have these out for us to play this year. So I really appreciate that. They're doing something a little bit different with the Midwest this year. Alright, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then the point-up buttons. Yeah, that's really neat. Oh, and they have Turtles in Time, too. I've never played that one. Wow, that's awesome. And then, I'm excited to play this one. It's in a Smash TV style cabinet. I've never seen this game before. Like, I watched past it a little bit earlier today, but like this is the first time seeing this game. This is really neat. I gotta play this. So I'm noticing already with this game, it feels like Defender, but reminds me a little bit of like, you know, Smash TV, the early 90s kind of style, but this is an interesting game. It floats area to area. You kind of choose your area. I didn't even notice you were actually choosing it, but it's like a springy kind of joystick, and yeah, it's kind of like, you know, Defender mixed with like a little bit of Smash TV, and reminds me a little bit of Narc for some reason, kind of like the upper portion of it. But yeah, this one's Saren, I don't know how to say it, Crunch or whatever, but like, this is awesome. Like, this is really cool. I've never heard this. Don't Give Up Now. Russ on Relaxion. This is a good oldie. So this sold at auction for $150 to some other guy. Gosh, I wish I had the money for this thing, but this is gorgeous. Gorgeous. This is one of Russ's machines, and God, I was admiring it earlier today, and I love this cabinet. It's just so pretty. I love the colors on it. Now I can hear like the sound effects because it's kind of like a version of the Flash theme going in the background. So it's a voice sample that says Flash, and it like pop the ball out, and then it's really killer because it gets you over here. It goes out a lot. It's just beautiful. And then they have a space mission right next to it, which is another one I like. And I've never seen this one before. Never heard of Sonic. I've never heard of this manufacturer before. Thieves Arcade. Okay. Let's check this out. This is so cool. Hopefully this guy will be around tomorrow. I'd love to meet this guy. So it's the last day of the convention. Hour left, and I'm going up the escalator, and I hear that somebody put some of the Jet Set Radio or Radio Future soundtrack on in the background, and I'm just geeking out about it. I got a lot more goodies. I didn't get to film a lot today, but I better go help out Gar and get ready for home. Last day at Midwest in last few minutes. This guy's awesome. I got to chat with him. He's Baby Pac-Man. It is a hybrid between a Pac-Man game and a pinball machine. You go down the bottom tunnels and you can go down into pinball mode. I like it. The flippers are a little on the limp side on this one. It seemed like it needs a little work, but it's really pretty. It's a Survivor. It'd be really neat to get this. It has the Bally coin door instead of like the Bally Midway logo. It's a little different because it's like the pinball division, but this looks like it's original. Yeah, this is definitely, and it's really cool. I really like this. It's really cool. And then on the side you got the Baby Pac-Man with the I think it's supposed to be a, I don't know if it's a yo-yo or what it is. A little bit of water damage on the bottom, but definitely not the worst I've ever seen. I'd love to have this in my collection. So this is the precursor to Soul Calibur. It's called Soul Edge, and then at home, I think it had a different name, but this is really cool. I've never played Soul Edge before.
So, how would you redo that for hand?
Yeah, you hand man.
How would you get the graphics on my hand and everything?
Just met with Mark from Mark's Basement Arcade. Check out his channel. Really cool dude. Plug in the shot.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
This brings me way back to Skate City back in the early 2000s. Dynamite Cop. So this is the exact style cabinet that they had at Skate City. I don't remember if there's that side art at all, but kind of this generic cab. Sometimes you see an alternate like artwork for this, but it's just so good to see this game again. You can like throw people, hit people with giant sticks of bread. It's, you know, arcade cabinets. It's ridiculous. President's daughter gets kidnapped and you have to save her or whatever. There's this quick time events. You basically fight them with these buttons. So remember, there's a track screen. You're the guy or whatever. But yeah, this one's a classic Sega game. Dynamite Cop. It's a new game called Nitro Trucks. It's pretty neat. So it's kind of like Iron Man Stuart Martin, you know, off-road from the back of the day, but it's kind of like 3D version where you kind of ram into people. Each cab has a different color dashboard: blue, green, orange, and red.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
We also got Jeremy's friend Russ. I can't remember his name, but yeah, it's awesome. We got to play a couple rounds of Nitro Trucks with them. So, great neat cabinet here. Really fun though.
Oh, come on! Let's go! Oh my God! Just let Sydney right back in there. Why don't you? Right there, just takes me out for us. That's just horseshit. Don't be a source for it. Come on.
I'm seeing a Mattel Electronics Aquarius. This is very similar to like the Intellivision, like, and oh my goodness, this is cool. It's very spongy feeling the keys. That's not like barely an improvement over the Intellivision, but it's a little bit more simplified. But has this like kind of like really rubbery kind of keyboard, but it's an interesting idea. I like the size of it. It's kind of small, and it has like your cartridge in here. It's a really interesting shape of cartridge, and then they have your ports in back, and then like a expansion port. But really interesting stuff. They have Tron on here, and then they have a Valley Astro game, which that's really exciting to see. Freedom Fighters on the Odyssey 2. This joystick is like, it self-centers, but it's like kind of springy, kind of like maybe a little bit better than the Atari 2600, but I don't know if I like the little grooves. It's interesting. It's, I don't know, I've never played the Odyssey, and then you have to choose which game with the numeric keypad on this. I've seen these before, but I've never played it. Yeah, I think I've downloaded that one. Alright, so I'm learning how to play Fairchild Channel F, which predates the Atari 2600. You press this, and then you like kind of steer it back and forth. This is really primitive, but I love it. It's hard to figure out how to start the game, how many points, because there's your time, your mode, your hold, and start. So I don't know if hold is like what exactly that means. But this is very fascinating. Parts look like 8-track tapes, the way they kind of like slide in the end. But Fairchild was a semiconductor company. I think they're still around making semiconductors, but they tried to make some other inventions in the 70s and I don't know, into the 80s, but this didn't sell the greatest, but it's a cool idea. It's really neat. It's Fairchild Channel F, System 2. So they have Tokyo Drum Master. So that's like the American version, and the toms or whatever. So I probably suck at this, but this is awesome that I get to experience this after hours when nobody's here. And I'm really excited about YouTube and thank me for this, but
Now let's play the song.
I like this game.
Select a difficulty
So this is the
level.
American
Easy
version.
selected.
And the drumsticks just look like a big
Now,
breadstick. It's kind of
let's
fun. But
begin.
the red notes you hit in the middle, the blue notes you hit up on the edge, and it's actually kind of fun. I gotta get my hands on this on the Switch or on PlayStation 2 because this is awesome. I love this. And it didn't like that because it was actually a drum roll. So. Here they got an old TV setup with some Pong paddles, which is just really awesome. So yeah, I don't know if we can. Oh, and then the other one, yeah. So that's the Odyssey, and this is a Pong clone over here. You have some Sega Astro Cities. One of them is running Puzzle Fighter 2. I love that game. I grew up with that one at a bowling alley. Another Astro City. This one's running. Oh, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So this is a Japanese handicap, 2-player one. You can sit down and play. Looks like they have F-Zero X running on a N64 from McDonald's. So that's neat. Let's see. Got some region-free carts first. Yeah. Virtual Boy. Got GameCube with Soul Calibur 2. Looks like Outrun 2 over there. And they're doing some sort of like podcast over here. Have an Atari, like a store display from like back in the day, which is really neat because you get like the paddles and the Atari joysticks all built in. So I don't know if this was originally at Sears or where this is from, but it's cool because you can like play Berserk and you can change to all these different games. But this is really awesome. I've never seen one of these in person. I love these old Relaxions with the oil artwork on the side. This stuff wears off if you just even wash or touch it. But it's a little bit beat up, a little bit water damage, but that's just the bigger, like 25-inch monitor that they have to like, cut the bottom off to make it fit. But yeah, I wonder how much this will go for. This is beautiful.
Finally, someone who knows how to play it.